Welcome back to the channel, Anthony Hutley here, and today's homework is to add a sub-oscillator. Super simple stuff, but that's probably really boring and not really great content, so I thought to make it slightly less boring, I'm going to dive into the sample engine of Pigments and the Granular section, because I've only done that a handful of times, and I'm talking like 3 max, I think 3. Yeah, it's not something that's covered in Synth anyway, so I'm gonna, sooner or later I'm gonna have to dive in there and just do it. So I thought I'd just do it now because it's something out of the box, something a little different for me, and maybe something a little different for you too. So let's get started and we'll see what we can do. Alright, so I've initialized the patch already, so we just got this. Now I'm just going to turn that off because it's an analog engine. So I'm going to just turn that off now and go over to here to the sample. Turn that on. The E piano sounds like this, which is cool enough as it is, but let's turn on the granular and see what happens. I'm not 100% sure what granular is. I think it's just an engine that breaks down the sample into smaller samples, as far as I know, and calls them grains. I could be wrong. Let me know if that's wrong. So, alright. Now down in the granular section, I know from what I've learned so far, you have the starting point. So let's change that. So let's middle C. You can change the starting point to anywhere along the sample. Actually, let's have a look at a different sample. Maybe a guitar. That one. Alright, let's try it. So I'm going to start the sample a little bit down like this. I'm going to try and make a pad today. So I don't want that. I just want to start it down here somewhere. Turn the volume up a bit. Maybe you can smooth this out a little bit. So I'm going to use Tuki. That looks like that. Or I could try maybe whatever that is. What does that say? Xpodec. No, I'll go with Tuki. The next thing I want to do is adjust the release on the envelope. And maybe the attack. Alright. So back up to the granular section, density. I think I'll start it low and I'll randomize it a little bit in a minute. Ratio, I forget what that is. Time division, percentage, alright. So that's what that sounds like. I'm not sure exactly what that's doing. If you know, please let me know in the comments. Speaking of comments and things, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, that sounds alright. Alright, let's start randomizing that a little bit. So the starting point, so we can start either in front of the starting point or behind it, so or both. So I'm going to go both. So if we turn that up a little bit, we should get some starting behind the line. up that a little bit. Maybe there. Alright. Pitch. Maybe a little bit. Alright, that's extreme. How about a little bit more? Gross. Okay, let's add like a little bit of that. That's off. No, a little bit might be nice. I don't know. Alright, so density. This is what I've been looking forward to. So if we make it denser and then set the base density to this. And then if we turn this up a little bit. Alright, so now let's look at the direction. It's all going 100% forwards at the moment, so we could make it like chuck a few backwards notes in there. Maybe 50%. And then the size, I forget what this is as well. Size of the grains, I think, or something. We could make the width a little bit more random. Maybe, what can we do? So all this is a random, everything down here is random. Under that line there where it says random. Okay, I like that. Maybe the volume. Yeah? What does this do? Nothing. I don't think. Bit crushing. Second thoughts, maybe not. I might leave that for a bass or a lead or something like that later. Okay. Cool. Well, that's the majority of it. So now let's get to the main part. Our actual mission this week is to create 2 patches. I'm just going to create one for you. So this is our sub oscillator. So let's put that down and just use oscillator 3 just in case I want to come back and adjust this later. That way I've still got the options of this one. All right, so that's it there. Let's put it onto triangle and down 12 steps. So that's 1 octave. So that's a sub oscillator now. Now just turn it up. Mix to taste. All right. What if we run the sub through an envelope filter? Let's try that. So here, up to the cutoff, turn that down a bit. Change to classic 24. adjust this, bit of sustain, bit of release, turn the volume down a bit. Now, if we go filter mix, filter mix 1, so that's going, hang on, so this is what we got. Alright, so now if we get the sample engine, turn that on. It's currently going through filter 1. What if we go to filter 2? But filter 2 is off. At least for now. So now the analog sub oscillator is going through the filter 1. And this is not going through the filter at all. So let's see how that sounds. Alright, so that's our sub. If we turn this on and just mix it in. I like that because we got the randomness of the granular sample over the top, and then you got the solid analog bass underneath it, or the bass notes. Let's add a bit of not reverb, delay, and see what happens. Man, that is a nice pad. Alright gang, well that's the Granular synth engine in Pigments 6. That was like my third or fourth try, which I'm actually pretty stoked with. So I'm really happy with the results. Let us know what you think, and let us know if you've got any tips or tricks for me. I'm keen to hear it because, yeah, as I said, I'm only just getting started with that part of Pigments. If you're still here, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.